Right, I've been meaning to talk about this for a while, but life, you know how it is, comes along, kicks your ass, gets in the way. Damn life. Anyway, enough of that, because the real purpose of this video is to talk about the game I believe to be the biggest surprise of 2018, and one I never thought I'd even mention, let alone play. And yeah, to be honest and open, the main reason I fell into it to begin with is because Square Enix hired me to shout about it at last year's EGX. Transparency up to the nines up in this house. That is how it went down though, and honestly, Dissdia Final Fantasy NT is a shockingly fun fighting game that genuinely has taken up more of my time this year than I ever thought possible. And I say this as only a very casual fan of the Final Fantasy franchise. I haven't even played Final Fantasy VII, so there's your cue to go and get mad in the comments. It's true, however, while, even as you look at it here and think way too much is going on to understand, Dissdia is actually quite simple to get your head around, with plenty of depth to get lost in, should you want to give it more time. Based on a 3 versus 3 structure, it is, of course, mainly aimed at Final Fantasy fans who want to be able to take their favourite characters from the series and watch as they throw fists at each other. It's like Smash Brothers for the JRPG world. It's the way it all comes together which makes it so entertaining though, and it's mostly thanks to one simple idea. Rather than cause damage by spamming a single button as and when you can, Dissdia wants you to be a bit more tactical in your approach, namely by building up the amount of power an HP attack has and then letting you decide when to unleash it. It's all represented by that number at the bottom of the screen and really does work in the same way as fabled TV show The Weakest Link. There you had to answer questions and ensure to bank your money by literally saying the word bank, and if you didn't and someone got an answer wrong, you'd go back to 0. Kind of the same here. Once you get to a point where you want to deal out the punishment, you've got to go for the attack and try and land it. If you miss and then get pulverized yourself, you could lose this and have to start again. Or even die. And no one wants to die. Not even in a game. It sucks. Even if you just want to focus on that, Dissdia is still a joy, and there's everything else you can slowly get involved in should you choose. Classes, for example, consisting of Assassin, Vanguard, Marksman and Specialist, each is going to benefit you depending how you play. Because I'm useless and like to get up close to try and deliver the pain that way, I use an Assassin, often Tidus, even though he's an annoying moron. That laugh, man. That laugh. But that's not the only option, as you can play a game of distance by choosing a Marksman. A quick tip, use your Shatola if that sounds like your bag. If you get her down, my word, you will be the ruler of everything, even things that aren't associated with this, and that makes absolutely no sense. And if you fancy somewhere in between the two, you've got the Vanguard, and Cloud fits into that category, meaning everyone will probably start there, and Specialist is when you're feeling well arrogant that you're awesome, and this can open up a whole new area of expertise. Ultimately, it's just a fun fighting game where you can always team up with your mates. Even all that on-screen furniture isn't too terrifying, just represents miniature mechanics that you'll soon learn. Those lines, for example, they're just there to let you know who's targeting you, and whether or not it's time to bail and get out of dodge. They're actually very helpful. Square had always said this was meant to appeal to both lovers of the series and the genre, and I really do think they got that down. There's plenty of fan service to make you happy, and if you just want a fighting game that offers something different, it does. It's not perfect by any means and can be frustrating on occasion. That's the same with anything. It's just how things go down. Now, I'm not saying this is for everyone, and naturally Final Fantasy fans will get the most out of it, which is the point, but it really has surprised me this year, and so far is the best new game to come along, or at least one I never saw coming. I think at one point I didn't even know it existed. And before people go off on one, no, I haven't been paid to say this. It was just a strange journey I went on when all of a sudden I realised I liked a very niche fighting game. What a crazy world. But damn it, it's just a lot of fun.